Hey guys, Andy here. I was watching a YouTube video on, I think it was on a drone channel, and I was looking at his other videos, and he had a video about setting up a studio, and he was talking later on, after he'd done sort of lighting and all these kind of things, about microphones. And I have like a bit of a thing about microphones. I like to have good audio, and he made the point that actually audio is probably more important than video, and I think in some ways it is. Well, not that it's more important, but it's if you get it wrong, or people don't perhaps realize if they're getting it wrong, or people just don't put enough emphasis on the audio. And actually the video bit's quite easy to do in a lot of ways, with your phone for example, but the audio is not always that good, and that it can really put you off if you're watching a video and you can't really hear, or it's just not good audio. Hence why I've got my Rode NT1, which I use for these videos, but this is quite limiting because this basically plugs into my computer. And I can sync it up afterwards, or I can plug it into, if I'm recording from my webcam, which I often am, but I'm trying using my main camera for this bit. But it's quite limiting because then I'm stuck in this environment. And I have done something. I do have a microphone, a Lavalier microphone that I can use from outside. Like I've done some videos recently for my motorbike, but it's quite annoying because of the cable length. The cable is massive on the mic that I've got, and it's just a bit of a pain when you're trying to be sort of mobile and such. It's good if you're going to connect it into your camera and then walk back, and go direct to the camera. But if you're using a different recording device, then it's just too much cable. So I was wondering what other options there were. Is there a better microphone? And basically I saw a few different videos, and one of the ones I liked the look of was the purple Panda. So it's only £30 on Amazon, £30, £26 on Amazon. So it seemed a pretty good price. I thought, well, let's give it a go. And obviously I thought I'd do a video and show you what I think it's like. So let's start off just by taking a look at what's inside the packet. So this is literally how it came out of the Amazon box. Just a little packet in, well, a packet holding a carry bag, basically, I suppose. Let's put it out. Purple Panda. I don't know what the sort of relevance of the Panda is, but I guess it's quite a sort of catchy title. The bag doesn't feel great, if I'm honest, but I'm not overly concerned by that. Let's see what's inside the bag. Okay, so that's the easy one. That's an extension for the cable. It does feel very thin. I don't know that that's an issue necessarily, but let's leave the actual mic bit. So here is, now you get different connectors, something like TTRS and TRS, tip ring, or TRR, tip ring something sleeve. So you can see how those have got different amounts of the rings look, 1 or 2. That's quite important. So it's good that they've included an adapter. If you're trying to plug the TRRS into something that needs TRS, then you just need to use the adapter. There we go. Make sure it snaps in. There's the sort of branding, quite like that. Again, the cables, they feel quite thin. So we've got a dead cat there. That's one of the fluffy things that you pop on the end of the mic that takes out a lot of the wind noise, hopefully. You can see that's where the mic goes in. So it does make it obviously much more. You might have seen on the clip I just used. I was using one of these. It does make it a lot more obvious. There's the actual clip that the mic goes into, and then you're going to clip that onto wherever, your t-shirt or whatever. Oh, that's interesting. So that I guess is like a GoPro adapter, which is actually quite handy because I was thinking of I might need to get one of those. Oh, and here it is. Look. So there's the TRRS into the TRS. So it's saying that the TRS can go straight into smartphones. So that's quite handy. They provide that for you as well. So now let's look at the actual microphone. Okay, so it's already on a little clip. That's great. And it already has the fuzzy felt. Again, that should remove, hopefully, some wind noise. And I guess if you want, you can use it without. If you're indoors and you want it to be a little less obvious, you can take the sponge bit off. So that's quite good. It comes with quite a bit. For $25.99, you're getting quite a few little extras like adapters and things, and extension cables and dead cats and all of that. So that seems pretty good actually. So now I guess it's a matter of let's get it plugged into something and give it a go. There we go. So you can see just here it's clipped onto my t-shirt, and this is the sound from this. It's no, my Rode microphone is not here. It is purely this, and I'm recording into Zoom H1N, something like that, which cost me about £70, I think, something like that. It's not too expensive, plus the 26 for the microphone. I don't think that's too bad for a kind of an audio setup. You can probably plug that directly into your laptop or your computer. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to, and then use something like Audacity to record. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's great. So you've got the sound on here and you've got the video on there. Most editing software lets you sync by audio. So as long as the microphone on the camera is picking up what I'm saying, it can basically take the two soundtracks and then align them so they match up. You then delete away the soundtrack off the video and connect in the soundtrack that you've recorded from your microphone, and you should be good to go. So it sounds like a bit of a faff, but it really isn't. It only takes sort of a few seconds, to be honest. And if it's the difference of getting really good audio, I think it's worthwhile. And as I mentioned now, it makes me just much more sort of mobile. And I know I'm only in a small bedroom, but I can go wherever I want, and you can still hear me. I can even get up and I could leave the room if I wanted to, because I'm taking the microphone with me. So I'm back there. Because you're taking it with you, so it doesn't matter where you go. You could literally have a shot off into the distance, as long as you have that syncing point. So a lot of the time when I start recording, I just click my fingers or something, so it's got something to sync the two audio. Now I can wander off to wherever I can, and it doesn't matter that the camera can't hear what I'm saying, because we've already got that audio sync when I'm nice and close that it can sync up with. And you could be 100 meters away doing a really sort of dramatic, I don't know, running up to the camera or something, talking all the time with the microphone there. I don't know, just some weird ideas. I'm going to test it now just underneath the t-shirt, because I've seen like the one video I saw of a guy doing it. He actually had it on his, like, taped his forehead, but he had a woolly hat over the top, and he sounded really good still. So we're just going to try briefly with it a bit more hidden. So I've moved the microphone to just underneath my t-shirt, just here, and if you can see there might be a little pinch mark, so I had to clip it. I decided to clip it to my t-shirt rather than my skin or my hair. But I mean, some people, like I say, some people will tape things on. Again, taping on is fine, removing the tape, not so great. But I think generally it sounds pretty good still. I don't think it's really any different to when it was visible on my collar there. So maybe actually, if I'm doing more using this, I'll use the sort of more hidden method. And just to sort of check, if I look up, you'll lose a little bit of volume. If I look down, you'll gain a little bit. But generally, it's reasonably steady level, I think. There's probably more I can do in post, like, I don't know, normalizing or stuff like that, things like that. I'm not really, that's what I probably need to learn a bit more about, is the sort of how you improve the audio in post. But generally I think it sounds pretty good on the microphone. Again, I'm just plugged into my Zune. I've taken the little sponge bit off the tip while it's underneath the t-shirt, because I don't, there's no wind in here anyway. So I guess the next thing is to try it in a few different scenarios outdoors. So here we are outside. This is that exact example that I was giving, where you could start miles away. You could be doing whatever, talking about whatever, and you can still hear me fine. So I've got it clipped underneath the t-shirt again. I've not got the deck cat or the sort of foam protector on, because again, it's under my t-shirt. There's not much wind, to be honest, either, so hopefully I sound fine. And all in all, I really like this purple Panda. For £26, it seems a really good addition. It's got all the different attachments you need. It's got all the different protections and dead cats and all that sort of thing. Little carry bag, nice branding. Seems a really good buy. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. But for now, my name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon. Well done, and thank you for making it to the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, you might want to click the little fellow that should hopefully appear about here to subscribe. You may also want to check out some of my other videos, which are going to appear somewhere there. Also, come and have a look at my website, androidandy.uk. There is also a forum. Come and say hello on the forum if you've got any questions about things, or request me to review things, or anything else. Just come and have a chat on the forum.